Welcome into Drew's Daily Diamonds for Thursday, January 23rd, 2025. I am Drew Martin breaking down the slate of games. Got 3 games on the college basketball slate here, guys. Let me know in the comments below where you agree, where you disagree. All is welcome. It helps grow the show. Smash that like button if you're liking the content. As we got first game up, 9 o'clock Eastern time on Fox Sports 1. The top 25 matchup we are talking here. State Farm Center, Champaign, Illinois. It is Maryland and Illinois. The Illini minus a touchdown here. -7 at home, 157.5 being the total. Illinois comes in 13-5 on the season, top 20 ranking. But they've lost 2 of their last 3 overall, including their last home game against the USC Trojans, where they were minus 12.5 point favorites. They lost that game outright by double digits, so kind of a no-show there. Illinois is a team, when you look at their stats, a top 10 defensive efficiency team, lockdown defense, but when you kind of break it down a little bit further, I think it's more they dominated the teams that aren't as good. And when you look at the teams with kind of the more talented offenses, if you will, they let up 80-plus points to USC, to Michigan State, to Wisconsin, to Alabama as well. So I think against Maryland, a more talented offense here, I think they're actually going to have trouble stopping the Terrapins from scoring. I mean, Kevin Willard's got a pretty good squad here. Their point guard, Gillespie, he's fun to watch. But the problem with taking Maryland plus the points in this one, instead I'm going to side with the total. The side-wise, Maryland is 0-4 on the road here. So college basketball, trusting these teams that have struggled on the road. Instead, guys, I'm going to follow that angle. Maryland's going to be able to score here. Illinois is going to be able to get theirs. 157 and a hook is getting up there, but I do think this one gets into the 160s and beyond. Let's call it like 86, 81. I think Illinois wins it, but even more so, we're going over 157.5 first game up. We got next one up. This is the best bet for the show. Love this. Love this game, guys. 9 p.m. Eastern. You're going to have to stream it. ESPN Plus, not like a watch and win special here. But it's Kennesaw State and New Mexico State. Pan American Center, Las Cruces, New Mexico. It's New Mexico State minus 7-point home favorites, 148 being the total. All right, the breakdown here, guys, is Kennesaw State. This is their first year in Conference USA. They're making the step up from the A-Sun Conference. And it was a team that just went 6-10 last year in the A-Sun. You might remember Kennesaw State from a couple years ago. They made the tournament. They went like 26-9. That was a different head coach. That was Abdur Rahim. You might remember he took the job at USF and he unfortunately passed away right before the season started. You might remember that. He was one of the better young coaches in all of college basketball, an unfortunate situation. But breaking down Kennesaw State in this game, now you got to, ask yourself the question. This team was 4 games under 500 in the A-Sun Conference. I have them circled here to struggle in Conference USA. I mean, it's a tougher basketball conference overall. Plus the fact Conference USA, it might be kind of the most spread out conference in college sports. Think about FIU in Miami. You got Liberty up in Virginia, and then you got like El Paso, UTEP and Las Cruces, New Mexico State. So there's a whole lot more travel. And sure enough, Kennesaw State, looking at their roster, all but one of their players is from Georgia, Florida, and Alabama. And being in the A-Sun, all of those schools are pretty much all in the South. And sure enough, earlier this season, they did go on a West Coast road trip, which is, rare for Kennesaw State. They were at Santa Clara, at San Jose State. They lost both of those games by 20-plus points. Didn't come close to covering in those two. So trusting them again to come out west here, I don't think, it's kind of full travel points here, full home court advantage for New Mexico State in the -7 number. I really don't. I mean, this is a team that's sitting atop the Conference USA standings, 4-1 in conference. They're 7-1 at home this season. They've won 2 of those home games by 30-plus points, and they've covered 4 of their last 5 games overall. I like New Mexico State here, guys. -7. I think it's short. I'd get on it sooner than later. So we're going New Mexico State and beautiful Las Cruces, New Mexico, and laying the 7 against Kennesaw State. Got 1 game left. A reminder, if you could smash that like button, comment below. It does help the algorithm grow the show. I'll be in there as well, chiming it up with you guys. Any questions, fire away as well in the comments below. WagerTalk YouTube channel, going daily. Drew's Daily Diamond. Got 1 game left. And also, Premium picks, guys. WagerTalk.com got a 5% max limit game of the week up and available here Thursday night. It's a game we're not talking on the show, but premium pick, 5%er Thursday night. Drew Martin Experts page, WagerTalk.com. All right, got the nightcap here. Last game on the docket here, the degenerate special, if you will, 11 p.m. Eastern, CBS Sports Network. Levy Center, Santa Clara, California. Washington State and Santa Clara. Santa Clara minus 5-point home favorites, 159 being the total. We're jumping on the dog here. The Cougars, Washington State plus 5. Couple reasons why. They're 13-7 against the spread. They've been printing money. 9-3 their last 12 against the spread, so they've been cashing tickets. And of course, not being in the Pac-12 conference anymore, this is a team in the West Coast Conference in basketball. Fast tempo, offensively efficient. And looking at the Santa Clara, we actually just mentioned them in the one before. So that 20-plus point win against Kennesaw State, don't give them too much credit for that. But even more so, they just beat Gonzaga. And, biggest win for them in quite some time. I feel like this is a letdown spot coming back home. I mean, it's the same team that lost to Loyola Marymount in the game before Gonzaga, shooting 4 of 26 from three-point land. At home, they're actually just 3-5 their last 8 against the number, 1-3 their last 4 at home against the number. I think this is a little bit off. I like the money line Washington State, but for the show, we're going plus 5 in our pocket with the dog barking in Santa Clara, California, in the last game on the card. It's Washington State plus 5, guys. In recap, we got New Mexico State, best bet for the show, -7 against Kennesaw State, and Maryland and Illinois tipping us off over 157.5. I'm Drew Martin, checking out. We'll be back tomorrow. Smash that like button, comment below, cash those tickets. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday. Thanks for tuning in.